For Off the Block, I'm Vane Lopes, and we are now joined by Springfield College men's volleyball head coach Charlie Sullivan after his team swept sunny New Palace to win the 2018 Morgan Classic Championship. And Coach, have to ask you, how would you assess your team's play tonight?
Oh, thanks for having me. Nice to talk to you. We were really happy with our guys, their focus, carrying out the game plan. I thought they did a real nice job, so it was a great night.
Yeah. Now, talking about your team offensively, you hit 366 in the match. What were you guys able to do to be so successful offensively?
Yeah, I think our service was good, and our guys were reading their service really well. We're putting the ball in the passive and good spot for our setter Michael Neary. And, our offense has been evolving this year. It's I think it can get a little better, and it did pick up this weekend, which was really good. We had the whole week off last week, so we spent a lot of time dissecting our rotations and our offense and our hitting efficiency. So it was a good match to show our hard work this week.
Now, I want to ask you about one player in particular tonight, Sergio Velez, 12 kills, hit more than 700, and then defensively, 10 digs and 5 blocks. Can you just talk about what were you seeing from him tonight that was just making him so good? It seemed like in every aspect of the game. Oh yeah, and they had 4 aces as well.
And I think he had his first error in game 3 too, so that's a pretty sick line for sure. He did a great job, but really proud of Sergio. He came to us last year as a junior transfer, and he was doing well, and he's kind of getting into our system, our culture a little bit, getting better and better. And right about when he was kind of maybe breaking into the lineup, he sprained his ankle real bad. I mean, it was like an 8-week thing. He was down, he was out. And he came back from that role and was a service sub for us and did a great job. And he was talking tonight about how that role of being a service sub and kind of grinding it out in the gym and learning how to get better and focusing on his game really prepared him really well for this year. So he served really well, and he takes that role he had last year into this year as kind of noting why he served him very well. And then, he's just... he's from Puerto Rico. He's played a lot of ball. He's got a lot of hours on the court, and those just little instances of being fluent and react to the game really paid off for him tonight. He made some great plays. So we're really proud of his progress and his work and his dedication to the program.
Well, I want to ask you a little bit about, not only him, but kind of a lot of your Puerto Rican players, because you really have developed that pipeline where you're able to find these Puerto Rican players. And just, kind of stepping back for a second, what really, kind of made you kind of look at going this round, really kind of tapping into the Puerto Rico, maybe an area that other programs haven't tapped into?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. The best way to learn how to play a game is to see it, and they have the image of the pro league down there, and they have the gold standard that they see plays happen at an early age, and I think that really builds a great foundation for them to play at a high level in college. And we got a couple of guys down there. It was nothing special. We got a couple of guys, and they had a good experience. And they went back and told some people and coaches and made some contacts. And we just had a lot of good fortune about seeing players from Puerto Rico and having the opportunity to have them in our program at Springfield. So it's worked out really well. It has been challenging. I mean, it's been eye-opening for me, kind of to mix the volleyball culture of Puerto Rico and mix the volleyball culture of the state side, or we have a lot of Cali guys, and kind of get those guys on the same page and working together and being really cohesive. So it's been a really good 3-4 years that we've done it. We really enjoyed it, and it's worked out really well.
Now, talking about this non-conference event, it's your annual non-conference event that you guys hold. What does it mean for you, though, to be able to come away as champions of this tournament once again?
Yeah, it's. I guess when you win any tournament, you have to do something really well, right? I mean, there is the pressure of the championship, which we like to handle and deal with and experience to prepare us for our postseason at the end of April. And for sure, if we just put up the list of teams who have participated and won, it is a pretty prestigious tournament. We've made it more of a Division III event last few years since we've had the NCAA National Championship Division III. And that's been great too, because it's just giving more guys an opportunity to experience everything that goes about with the tournament. The clinic on Saturday, we have a great banquet luncheon at the Volleyball Hall of Fame in Holyoke. That like the Stevenson crew and the New Paltz crew were first timers coming to the tournament, so they got just to be in the Volleyball Hall of Fame. And Aldous Burton is the coach of Stevenson, and he's talking about the 84 team as he's referring to the picture on the wall, which he's in, as one of the best passers in the world. So, I think it's just a special special kind of experience for the guys, volleyball guys, about history of volleyball, experience in volleyball, and then the best part for sure is that the community that comes out and supports it. Our clinic, we have a players clinic on Saturday, we have a coaches clinic on Saturday. The coaches and players from the tournament participate and help run that, and they get that experience too. And then we have the championship match. So I think overall it's just it's kind of a unique event, men's volleyball. It's a historic event. It's been around a long time, and it's got a lot of prestige. So we're always happy to give other teams a chance to experience it, and then our guys get to experience it every year, which is really awesome.
All right, Coach, and final question, we'll let you go on this. Right now you're ranked number 1 in the Division III polls, but I know that you guys have, it's the midseason, you want to be number 1 at the end of the year. How do you feel that your team is progressing in preparation to possibly making the NCAA tournament at the end of the season? And what's 1 or 2 areas that you guys are hoping to improve upon in the final 2 months of the season?
Yeah, well, we call ourselves a Notre Dame of Division III volleyball. We don't have a conference, and we're independent, and the only way we get into the championship is with an at-large selection. So there's 12 spots in the championship this year. There's 10 AQs through conferences, so there's only 2 spots, so there's not a lot of wiggle room there. A night like tonight can come back to haunt us if we're not focused and prepared and we're not doing a good job in terms of if we lose, don't play well, and it could affect us not getting to the tournament. So we're really pressing all the time to be proactive of what we need to do better to play at a higher level and prepare for our future into March and April. And I think that the Division III world is shaping up to be really competitive this year. And Stevens and Giuliano went down to the outrigger in Hawaii, or the Texaco tournament. I don't remember the exact name of it now, but they played in Hawaii, and they showed the hung with some Division I talent pretty well. And Stevens and New Paltz just beat Harvard this weekend. We beat Harvard, and so I think the Division III world's getting better. We're getting more quality players. Our coaches are getting more dedicated. We're getting more full-time coaches, and it's just getting higher and higher. So we anticipate a really challenging season and a lot of struggles and a lot of good fights going on out there. So we'll see how it goes.